I just finished putting these lights and light guards on my trailer. Let me show you how I put these guards on and how I wired them in so they'll last more than a few days. So I bought these round trailer lights from Amazon. They were $7.50 at the time of recording this. I just bought these a few days ago. I'm going to put a link to these because these are really pretty good quality lights and they're very inexpensive. But this is a piece of 4-inch sprinkler line. So it's 4-inch inner diameter. And all you do is light goes inside and it makes a guard for it. They did this on my car trailer and it's worked great, so I'm going to do it again. But yeah, just a piece of scrap 4-inch sprinkler line's all you need. So here's the idea. Can't hit the light, and it actually looks pretty nice, I think. Of course, I'm going to paint this once it's not raining, but for now, that's kind of what I got. Alright, let's get the light kind of in place. Then I'm going to mock it up and we'll tack weld it, and then we're going to weld a bead around it. Alright, I'm happy with the positioning. Let me take the light out so I don't melt it. Oh great, it's starting to rain more. Just what I needed. Alright, let me clean that monstrosity up. Alright, it's been a couple days since I made that last video. I put these new safety chains on. I got them from Harbor Freight, about $15 or so. Bolted those on. Next step, I'm going to pull this wire and I'll show you that. I'm going to put tape on one of the wires so I can identify them easy, because these look the same. This is landscaping wire. It's what I have, and it's made for outdoor use, and it's stranded copper, so it'll work fine. I'm going to be working from back to front, so the first thing I'm going to do is get these mounting points clean on each side. Alright, mounting points are clean. Should be getting a good ground from that. Let's go to the next step. Here the lights are installed, looking pretty good. Now let me show you how to wire them up so they won't mess up. Alright, so I got my tail light and my high filament left turn signal ready, so I'm going to solder these in. There we go. Soldering is the best connection. If you use butt connectors, those are going to fail immediately. Good solid connection. It'll last a long time. Never had problems soldering on a trailer. Alright, got the heat shrink cut. Always slide it on there first. You can tell me how many hundreds of times is the smooth side. And if your wires are color coordinated, it makes this a whole lot easier. So while you guys weren't looking, I went and pulled another wire, red wire. You might say, what's that red wire for? Is that constant power? No, it's a ground. I like it to be confusing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this wire as my ground. I'm gonna have a dedicated ground all the way to the front where it's also grounded to the frame. This is a lot of the reason why I've never had problems with my trailers, because I wire them overkill. And I'm gonna use these spade connectors, or sorry, eyelet connectors for my ground. What I like to do is pull off the insulation and solder this connector to the wire. Let me show you that. There you go. Well, it isn't perfect, but it'll work. It's extra anyway. All right, last step. Solder that terminal in, and we should be good to go. I love using these big soldering irons. Makes quick work of anything. There we go. All done. All right, so I'm gonna solder this one in place. It's being kind of tough. Already crimped it. There it is. Again, look how quick that big soldering iron makes work of that thing. Amazing. So the next thing you need to do is put a bolt hole for your ground, because I'm also going to ground the frame. So I'm going to put that bolt hole right behind this trailer jack. It's not the most convenient place, but that's where I need it to be. There we go. So I'm doing the same thing with this one. I'm tying my ground into my white wire. I'm using an eyelet connector that I'm crimping on right here. And then I'm going to solder this, and we're going to have a really good solid connection. All right, I got these temporarily wired up. Let's go to the back and make sure they work before I solder them in. Left, right, tail light. All right, everything's working. Let me get them soldered in. All right, that's it for now. Lights are working, they look pretty good. I'm happy with them, won't get smashed up. Next thing I'm gonna do are put the new bearings on the wheels, or the hubs. So I'll be doing that pretty soon. I'll make a video on that. Otherwise, I appreciate you watching. See you next time.